right, whenever you're ready.
I'm Phyllis Duran,
I'm Joe Duran.
and we've been married since 1974.
We've been married 44 years, and we've been believers
44 years. Almost 45.
We were actually married a very short period when we came to know the Lord. Actually, we were led to a fellowship just around the corner, which was the First Baptist Church there in Santa Paula. And Phyllis and I were actually, we were baptized actually in that baptismal there in the fellowship. And this is my official certificate when I was baptized there. And our pastor, we're very fortunate, the shepherd that we had, his name was Ken Lyons. Really a great man of God, and he had to be to put up with some of our mindset from coming out of the 60s, which Phyllis and I both were kids that grew up in the 60s, and with all the fake Jesuses, the counterfeit Jesus. We were in the midst of the Jesus movement, and a lot of us, there were a lot of people that were enticed by that message of love, and but it was a counterfeit, because without the real Jesus, it was obvious that many people fell away.
We were also real fortunate because we had grandmothers and great-grandmothers and grandfathers that were all praying for us. And I think that's something real important to remember, that our prayers never go unanswered.
Phyllis and I come from families, we both had 5 children, actually, in each of our families. We were both the oldest, and then we had 5 children. So we didn't have any excuses. We should have known better. But no, all joking aside, we felt that our children were a gift from God.
Our 5 children was Hope, Joseph, Nikki, Katie, and John.
And we raised our 5 children, and with a commitment to the Lord that we would raise them up in scripturally, and they were just gifts from the Lord given to us. So there was definitely a commitment and awareness that whatever we did,
were lent to us, that they were our children, but they first of all were God's children.
So, our son Joseph, he was the one that we all prayed for all our children, but he was the one that always seemed to struggle. And we got a call one day that they found his body.
Before I got pregnant with Joseph, he was the one child that we actually prayed for specifically. Lord, please, we'd like to have a son. And from the moment that child was born, I could speak his name and he would laugh. He'd just start busting up laughing. He did it till the last time I saw him. And he had a very kind heart and very generous, super, super generous. But there was some brokenness. And I thought, Lord, you were so gracious and you were so kind. And you never give us anything that we can't handle. And in my heart, the dream, I'm crying, I'm sorry, but when I woke up, it was like, like this, but then there was also this peace that I had. And it was like, throughout my life, there have been times when it's almost like God prepares. And so I know that he's safe. I know he's in the Lord's hands. We've been blessed with 9 grandchildren. No great yet, but we were fortunate to have people that went before us that prayed and sought God on our behalf. And I think as grandparents, that's one of the, and parents, is that we continue that legacy to be the watchman on the wall, to pray and to encourage and to seek God on their well-being and on their behalf.
the one thing I think too, the key with the anchor is the Lord, and it doesn't matter what you go through in this world. Our anchor, our rock, is Jesus, and having His presence in our midst. And the one thing I tell the children is that no matter what happens, you can always call on Jesus. And there's nothing, not a stronger force in the universe than the presence of the Lord and His Son. And
well, one of my favorite scriptures is that I look to the hills from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth.
Amen.